Many popular stores may disappear before the end of this year due to economic threats affecting various industries. Large retailers such as grocery stores, apparel chains, and even well-known brands like Sephora, Burger King, and GameStop are announcing mass store closures in 2023. The situation is so severe that experts estimate the national brick-and-mortar footprint may be reduced by up to 20%, which would be the largest annual decline since the onset of the U.S. retail apocalypse in 2017. This crisis is unprecedented and could surpass the number of closures seen during the pandemic. In our latest video, we reveal 20 major chains that are shrinking their store bases, allowing viewers the opportunity to visit their favorite retailers one last time. Burger King, one of the most popular fast food chains, plans to close hundreds of locations before the end of 2023 due to mounting economic challenges. The CEO of Restaurant Brands International Inc., which owns Burger King, announced that between 300 and 400 restaurants will be shuttered, far more than the typical number each year. Already in 2023, multiple Burger King franchisees have filed for bankruptcy, resulting in the closure of 124 locations and leaving fewer than 7,000 in the United States. To improve the health of its franchise system, the company will focus on working with smaller franchisees. Similarly, Banana Republic is dramatically reducing its brick-and-mortar footprint as sales in the apparel sector continue to drop. The parent company aims to save the business by reducing expensive leases and moving to online platforms, resulting in the closure of 130 stores in 2023. Regional grocery chain Stop & Shop is closing underperforming stores, with 5 closures in New Jersey and Brooklyn in 2023. And for GameStop, the world's largest gaming retailer, the outlook is dire. With over 1,000 stores already closed in the U.S., the company is suspending several in-store and online services and no longer issuing gift cards. Fans of the chain should visit their local store while they still can. Kroger, one of the largest grocery chains in the United States, is facing significant challenges due to the poor performance of hundreds of its stores. The company has been forced to close down these stores, resulting in the loss of thousands of jobs. According to Raya, the president of Kroger's Mid-Atlantic division, the company could no longer afford to keep these stores open due to their continued loss-making. The situation is further complicated by Kroger's merger with Albertsons, which means that the company will have to close around 500 stores to meet legal requirements. This is likely to result in even more job losses, and retail analysts predict that a wave of shutdowns may be on the horizon. Similarly, Goodwill Industries, the popular non-profit thrift store chain, is also struggling to keep its doors open. The company has already closed down at least 18 stores in the second quarter due to economic reasons, and more closures may be on the way. Falling gains and rising operational costs have made it difficult for Goodwill to maintain its stores, resulting in the difficult decision to close them down. Unfortunately, these closures have faced backlash from customers who feel that Goodwill is abandoning the communities it serves. However, with the economic difficulties facing the company, it has become increasingly challenging to keep its stores open. Nevertheless, some individuals, such as Christy Smith, have started an online campaign to save the stores, recognizing the essential role that Goodwill plays in providing affordable second-hand goods to communities. Fossil is not the only retailer facing tough times due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Gas, a well-known retailer, is also facing similar challenges as consumer trends shift significantly. With sales falling by 50% in the first quarter, Gas has announced plans to close around 100 stores, which makes up about 9% of its network. This move is aimed at rebalancing the company's finances, which have taken a hit due to the pandemic. In April, Gas shares fell by as much as 24% to 9.71 cents, extending the stock's year-to-date decline to about 52%. According to Carlos Alberini, CEO of Gas, the recent decline in the company's stock performance and the expected demand in the new normal market environment made it clear that the company's store portfolio could be optimized to increase profitability. The retailer plans to take advantage of upcoming lease expirations to begin closing stores, which is expected to reduce expenses and help the company to focus on restructuring its business to better adapt to the changing market conditions. The challenges faced by Green Zebra and Macy's are a reflection of the wider retail industry, which has been hit hard by the pandemic and the ensuing economic crisis. Many retailers are struggling to stay afloat amid rising costs, supply chain disruptions, and increased competition from online shopping platforms. In particular, brick-and-mortar stores are facing an uphill battle as consumers increasingly turn to e-commerce for their shopping needs. Despite these challenges, some retailers are finding ways to adapt and thrive in this new environment. For example, many companies are investing heavily in their online presence and offering new services such as curbside pickup and home delivery to meet changing consumer preferences. Others are focusing on differentiating themselves by offering unique products, experiences, and customer service. However, for some retailers, the challenges are too great, and they are forced to close their doors. In such cases, it is important for businesses to communicate transparently with their customers and employees and to help affected workers find new job opportunities. This is not only the right thing to do, but it can also help to mitigate any negative impact on the company's reputation and brand. Ultimately, the retail industry will continue to evolve, and the companies that are able to adapt and innovate will be the ones that thrive in the years to come. He stated that McDonald's was making strategic moves to prepare for the looming recession as they expect consumers to continue facing economic pressure in 2023. The fast food chain plans to close 10 field offices, lay off hundreds of corporate employees, and shut down over 100 stores in 2023. In addition, McDonald's USA President Joe Erlinger warns of the possible closure of 1,000 locations due to the FAST Bill, or the Fast Food Accountability and Standards Recovery Act, a new California legislation that could require fast food restaurants to pay their workers a minimum wage of $22 per hour with an annual raise of 3.5%. Erlinger argued that the FAST Act would make it almost impossible to run small business restaurants and put essential business decisions in the hands of an unelected council of political insiders rather than local business owners and their teams. He also warned that such a wage increase could raise the cost of eating at McDonald's by up to 20%, making it unaffordable for many customers. Consequently, the chain may not be able to continue doing business in California, where it operates 1,000 locations. In contrast, Urban Outfitters has seen a decline in foot traffic and net retail sales, resulting in a drop in demand for their pricier product range. Retail industry giant Urban, the parent company of Urban Outfitters, reported an 8% decrease in retail net sales due to this decline. With continuously declining performances, analysts predict that the company may close approximately 70 stores by the end of the third quarter. Target is set to close several stores due to declining foot traffic, rising cases of shoplifting, and plummeting profits. The first round of closures will affect grocery stores in Maryland, Virginia, Minnesota, and Pennsylvania. The locations have failed to improve their performance over the past year, prompting the retail giant to make the tough decision. Office Depot has already closed 263 stores this year and plans to shut down at least another 80 due to economic headwinds and the rise of e-commerce retailers. Foot Locker will be closing as many as 420 stores in shopping malls and 125 Champs Sports stores due to poor foot traffic and revenue growth. Bath and Body Works is considering closing all of its shopping mall stores, with 50 locations set to close in May, as the company aims to cut costs and save $250 million by January 2024. JCPenney is closing additional stores in Indiana, New York, Minnesota, and California as it grapples with rising costs related to supply chain disruptions, labor shortages, inflationary pressures, and rent obligations. Sephora is permanently closing all of its 300 stores inside JCPenney and about 175 inside Kohl's this year due to the demise of those companies and a grim growth outlook. Luxury apparel resale company, The RealReal, has decided to take drastic measures to improve its financial health. In addition to cutting its workforce by approximately 7%, or 230 employees, the company is closing dozens of stores and 2 consignment offices across the United States. The move is expected to cost the company around $2 million. Despite these efforts, The RealReal has still struggled to achieve profitability, with a year-to-date loss of $151.2 million, only slightly better than last year. Furthermore, the company's financial situation has worsened to the point that it is now on a bankruptcy watch list, according to Global Data Managing Director Neil Saunders. Meanwhile, Sprouts Farmers Market has also announced plans to close underperforming stores in a bid to improve its financial standing. The closures are expected to mostly affect larger format Sprouts stores as the company transitions to smaller, more efficient models. Specific locations were not disclosed, but reports suggest that stores in Texas, California, Georgia, Florida, and Washington are likely to be impacted. 2 locations in West Hollywood, California, and Wellington, Florida, have already been closed as of April 30th. With so many major retail chains struggling to stay afloat, experts are calling the current situation a retail apocalypse. Consumers are losing stores that have served their communities for years, and it is clear that struggling businesses have little chance of survival in this unforgiving environment. Unfortunately, it is likely that many other chains will be forced to take similar measures in the coming months as the economic impact of the pandemic continues to ravage the industry.